In the case of the family of four who mysteriously vanished 2 months ago from their California home. Tonight, did this beautiful family stage their own disappearance? Police say just 1 week before they went missing, Joseph and Summer McStay sent emails asking about entry into Mexico and about passport information for young children.
They were making inquiries concerning travel in Mexico and passports, which would indicate there was at least some type of planning ahead.
11 days later, the McStay's car turned up abandoned in a mall parking lot just 2 blocks away from the Mexican border. Police say they believe the McStays are not in danger and left willingly.
We felt that, there was a possibility that there was a strong possibility that they left voluntarily and there was no coercion involved.
But if this family planned to disappear, why, oh why, did they leave their 2 beloved dogs outside with no food or water? Why did they rush out with fresh food rotting on the counter? Or, this is the most ominous question, was the whole scene staged? Straight out to my fantastic expert panel, former police officer Mark Harold, Texas Equisearch Director Tim Miller, who has been deeply involved in this investigation, and Leslie Bearstein, reporter with the San Diego Union-Tribune. Leslie, you broke this latest update on issues on Monday night. What is the very latest tonight?
Well, there's a little bit more going on that we'll have in the next day or two that I can't really tell you yet. But indeed, they had made inquiries, in fact, to a website trying to find out about travel to Mexico with children and whether a passport is required. Of course, it's not. A birth certificate is. The youngest child does have a birth certificate that's still with his grandmother. Photocopies are okay to get back into the country, and of course Summer's passport is expired. But it appears from what the authorities are saying that this is leading them toward Mexico. That's where the investigation is going to be focused, and family members are still trying to wrap their head around that.
Well, what is it that you can't tell us? Why can't you tell us? Can you give us a hint? Is it bigger than a bread box?
It's slightly bigger than a bread box, but it has to do more with the investigation. Today's a state holiday. Sheriff's investigators are kind of taking the day off, so to speak, but we should have a bit more for you in a couple of days.
I guess what I'm saying is, do you think police know a whole lot more, Leslie, than they're saying? That's a yes or no.
They very well may. I'll tell you, I'd like to know if there's a destination. Family members haven't been told that they were inquiring as to a specific destination or not. Nobody really has that information. The investigation's ongoing. I'd like to know more. Right now, I'm trying to learn about how the investigation is going to be expanding.
Now, more than ever, police are convinced they've spotted the family of 4 on border surveillance video. Take a look. You can see 2 adults and 2 children holding hands, casually walking across the border. Police say multiple family members have confirmed they recognize Summer's white coat, her boots, and the children's knit caps. Tim Miller, there has been no activity on any of their bank accounts. Their cell phones haven't been used since the night that they initially went missing. They've been missing for 2 months. What is your theory?
Well, my theory was when I left there after I met with the detectives and Mike McStay, when he was showing the surveillance of him walking across the border, and we know the timeline when the vehicle probably got there compared to the time that it showed him walking across the border. And it was like, we're not going to Mexico, number one, especially if they went on their own. We're certainly not going there. And I feel as though it was just a big waste of time, money, and resources.
Wait, what are you saying? Do you believe they went across the border voluntarily, as the police now apparently believe?
I believe that. Yes, I do. I mean, I was in their house, Jane, and when I was in their house, I wondered, where are their clothes at? I know this lady has more than 2 pair of shoes and the high-heel shoes. And I asked Mike, I said, Mike, she certainly is not working in this house doing construction with high-heel shoes that have never been worn. Where's his shoes? There's not even 1 pair of his shoes in the house. And it was like, there's a lot of things that are gone. I know that they're moving, but they still have to wear some clothes. They're working in their yard. They're working on their house. They're not wearing those type of clothes. And there was 2 shirts hanging in a closet of his, and there was 3 coats of hers. And period, the end, that was it. And it just looked really strange.
Why? Why would, if they wanted to go to Mexico, why not tell everyone? Because cops have said there's no evidence of criminality or financial problems? Why would they feel the need to just drop off the radar screen and flee to Mexico and never use their credit cards and cell phones again?
Well, you never know what people are thinking. There's certainly something we don't know. Maybe the police know it here. As far as the search goes, you know, they probably haven't broken any laws, and at some point you have to look at the resources and the manpower. And
No, I want to know what the theory is. I mean, at this point, we've got to have a theory. You know, my theory is maybe they went to Mexico thinking that they were going to come back that night for a specific reason, a rendezvous or something, and then something might have gone awry on the other side of the border. We're going to have more in just a moment. Stay right there. We're just getting started.